What's up, Starcraft fans? You are watching a co-op mutation. I am CTG and we are doing Memorable Boss on Void Launch. So I just did Swann at Carax. You can see the score screen here. I had 429, he had 227 double kills. And we had about even, well not even, I had more shuttle damage, but yeah. The strategy we used is to camp the spawn exits with turrets. So we didn't do the spawn camp strategy. I understand that the Abathur gameplay I had relies on being able to camp these spawn points with toxic nests. The toxic nests will kill the enemy units instantly, and there's a bug where if you kill the enemy units instantly, the heroes will not spawn. So what we did during the Abathur playthroughs is kill the units that spawn for Protoss, including the Observer, and if we kill them before they stop warping in, the heroes will not spawn, and that's why we had to face fewer heroes during that attempt. Anyway, so this one, we didn't... Oh, let me actually leave the party first. Yeah, we didn't do the Abathur strategy because, again, it requires very, as Maguro would say, degenerate gameplay. The masteries I went for are, well, it's still camping, but it's not spawn camping exactly. It's not abusing a bug, so it's still relatively straight up, and we fought all heroes in this game. My masteries were concentrated beam width and damage, structure health, and laser drill, build time, and upgrade cost. Let's go to the replay. So you can see that we had a bit of re-rolling, but it didn't take me quite a lot of time this time. It took me about 18 tries, but most of them were re-rolls. The only thing we didn't need to do is not face Zerg. The re-rolls are because I literally only started attempting this strategy. Oh, not this one. Oh, apparently these are yesterday. Okay, so this one actually took only 11 attempts. Not terrible. 11 attempts is not bad. So the first attempt, literally I just learned this build off a Chinese video, and well, of course, doing it is different from watching it. So these are learning curve games. This one's a learning curve game. Yeah, this one's a reroll because we didn't want to fight Zerg. This one's a learning curve game. Learning curve, learning curve, learning curve. So not a lot of rerolls, just learning curve. So let's watch the replay. Again, thank you to the Metal who is supporting me on Pulse Cantier, and thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. I understand you guys are having trouble and you want me to explain exactly how I did it. So I'll try my best. Again, I'm not perfect. I could miss some stuff. So just leave them in the comment and I will answer them.
Our research team has discovered that Amon
So the build order for this, it's well, it's what I found works for me. You could do a different one, but the important thing is you need to get this laser drill to start upgrading as soon as it goes online. And I have this build optimized to do just that. And as soon as the concentrated beam completes upgrade, you need to start the pulse cannon upgrade right away. So the build is depot at 14 supply, triple build the supply depot to make it build faster, continuous SCV production, and start a refinery before resuming SCV production. Pause SCV production, then refinery before resuming SCV production. There we go. And about 1 minute, you save up 150 minerals to start the factory. There. Down it goes. You only need to have a single SCV building the factory, no double build. For the refinery, you want to triple build it, so you have the 3 SCVs harvesting as soon as it completes. Just continuous SCV production at this point. And at 20 supply, we'll start a refinery, just one, since we don't need that much gas, and then start a depot, and then resume SCV production. So this factory, it will complete, and it'll allow me to build my armory. As soon as this completes, you should plop down your armory. There we go. Plop down the armory. I sent the SCV to the expansion so I can get vision. So you can see that for the armory, I quadruple build it. There we go, 4 SCVs teaming up to build the armory. that will allow me to have the laser drill start upgrading as soon as this goes online. You see that? It completes, and then the laser goes online. It's a very sharp timing. If you follow the build closely, you should be able to start upgrading as soon as this completes. So you have the SCV giving vision to this set of rocks. So I have the laser drill attacking the rocks. And then I start a blaster billy behind the factory. The factory's going to tank the first shot.
Our foe is making their move. We must be ready.
I double build the turret just to make sure it completes, but it can complete. It can complete in time. But just to make sure that it does, I sent 2 SCVs to complete it. So my ally, you can see, used fast expand for Carax, by the way. If you want to do this as Carax, send the probe to your expansion as soon as you have 100 energy. Then use Spear of Adun, burst down this mineral rock so you can take your expansion right away. It's required that you get a fast expansion so you'll be able to follow the build. There we go. Okay, so first wave is a derps. This is the best possible composition. Yeah, this is a learning curve. We weren't exactly rolling for adepts, but since we got them, we're fine. We're happy with it. Well, the reason we're happy with this is because our Karas can use Orbital Strike to burst down most of it, including Raynor. There we go. A little more. So the cost of the turret, the blaster ability does go down, but it does buy me enough time to get my economy untouched. I start an engineering bay right away, so you can see that I built a blaster ability at my ally's expansion, so he does not have to waste any more energy and resources to break down these rocks. What I do is I click the blaster ability, right click on the rocks, then shift, right click on the other set of rocks, and still holding shift, press the hotkey for salvage. What that will do is will make the blaster ability destroy both rocks and auto salvage itself. Do the same thing for this rock, but only this time I use the concentrated beam or the laser drill and the blaster ability to burst down that rock. You can see I'm floating my factory. I'm gonna use that to tank the next wave. And you can see as soon as my concentrated beam upgrade completes, I start the pulse cannon upgrade right away. So you can see as soon as this goes down, I should salvage this. Blaster ability, but my ally was kind of talking with me, so I missed that timing. But yeah, I did salvage that eventually. I sent some SCVs. Only 8. I only need 8 there. I start the high-sec auto-track upgrade, the range upgrade for my structures. Then I 8 tuple. I get an octuple build the command center so it'll complete quickly. Then shift right click the SCVs to the mineral patch so they build right away. Then here, as soon as the attack wave is visible, I drop down the Ares to stun the wave, and then I use concentrated beam to finish off the bulk of the units. You can see that the only ones remaining now are the heroes. So it doesn't matter at this point how you take them out, the bots and the laser drill will take them out. And you have the factory to tank in case they don't. Yes, I just hold position in there. They will shoot. I resume SCV production. There we go, I have them rallied. I asked my ally for chrono, and then I start more. I just get all the static defense upgrade. I start with high-sec auto tracking, but you can go with either the... Oh, 6 minutes, at 6 minutes. Wait, let me finish this first. I get the high-sec auto tracking first to increase the range of my turrets, but after that you can get either the attack speed or the repair drone, and then get the structure armor last. But you want to get them all as soon as you can. Then 6 minutes, you want to have 3 turrets here. Put down 3 turrets, blaster abilities, because you will use that to fight the third wave. You see I'm just doing some damage here, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't or do, but I just want to do something with my Ares.
Shuttle launches bearing for the central warp conduit. Destroying them
Just build another depot so I don't get supply blocked immediately. Allies building a Twilight Council to allow him to upgrade his Spear of Adun. So at this point, Carax will camp this area with monoliths to take down the shuttles. Carax will handle the shuttles, and I plop down a few turrets here to take care of the enemy Carax that arrives. There we go. Ally starts the range upgrade for his turrets and then starts solar efficiency level 1. I start another factory because the original factory that I had will go down and I need a factory to be able to build turrets. So yeah, I start a factory behind it. So even if my structure goes down, it will still have enough. I'm still building some turrets there. So here it is. Here's the wave. It's important that you do it this way. Otherwise, Carax's expansion will be destroyed. The 730 wave comes with both Zagara and Nova. So what you want to do is, as soon as the first unit shows up here, use Pulse Cannon to take out the wave, or the units rather, and then use the turrets and Carax's Purifier Beam to take out Nova first and Zagara next. The turrets are far enough in front so that Nova won't have the Nova and Zagara won't have the vision of the Nexus to drop down their abilities. If they get vision, Nova will nuke, Zagara will drop roaches, and this base is destroyed. There we go, Purifier Beam. They're still bursting it down, including the hybrid. You can see I'm focusing down Nova first. She goes down, and then Zagara goes down. Behind this, you can see my factory is floated. It's giving vision to my laser drill to burst down Carax. But you can see we held that wave just fine. So at this point, I built another command center just so I have extra. I don't need a third command center, but just so I have extra production in case my SCVs go down. It's right there. Then what I need to do is bring my factory forward. I'll need to have this get vision of this spot. I'm not gonna block the enemies from spawning, but I will destroy them as soon as they spawn. So I see that the wave is heading to this exit. So I get my SCVs at my expansion and it spam this area with turrets. And it's important I get a few, 3 or 4 anti-ground turrets, Blaster Billies or Flaying Betties, to tank for any enemy hero that might come along. If the enemy spawns here, I'll just get some from my main base and build some turrets here. You can see I had some SCVs there anyway.
We must intercept it.
Allies getting the fortification barrier that gives a shield to our units. Spamming down some more cannons. Or some more turrets rather. So yes, this factory is there to get vision. So we're gonna wait for the enemy wave to spawn. So as soon as it spawns, I drop down my Ares on the first. So there are actually 2 waves here. There are 2 of them. The first one, I'll drop my Ares on to stall this first wave until the second one spawns. There we go. The first one's already attacking, and there's another one behind it. That's what we were baiting out. So as soon as the first one spawns, I drop the Ares to block them, and then as soon as the second one spawns, I use the concentrated beam to take it out. See, we still have enemy units spawn. We have Artanis, Tychus, and Carax. This was a lucky spawn because we did not want to have Nova and Zagara. These are relatively fine. Artanis, he's annoying to take out, but he doesn't do quite as much damage as Nova, who nukes our base, and Kerrigan, who nukes our base. And Zagara, who drops roaches. You can see the concentrated beam goes down and takes out the waves. So all of them are dead except the heroes. So that is the best case scenario. The bots did their work, they go down, but we were able to hold on, and not get any more units to attack our base. Artanis is fine, so he'll get focused down by these monoliths. He does damage, but again, he's annoying, but there are no units here. There are no units here for him to area damage. You can see that my turrets have completed. So it's going to stop that wave. So Kerrigan is here. We burst her down. We're focusing her down. You can see that my allies' monoliths are focusing her down. And as soon as she goes into range here, she will go down. So you can see my turrets are here to shoot down those those
The shuttles
shuttles.
have been destroyed.
I just rebuild
Well done, warriors.
my flaming betties after
Well
that.
done indeed.
So here I actually have enough. So this is another lucky spawn. This is lucky because we got Zagara and Raynor. Zagara is, well, she's a priority. We want to target her down first. But as long as there's no Nova and no Kerrigan to nuke down our base, we will be fine. So burst her down to make sure she doesn't drop any more roaches and do any more bailing barrages that are pretty devastating to our base. And again, my allies no detection, so we're fortunate here that we did not get Zeratul because I did not have any spinning dizzies either. So these are just the hybrid destroyers. These are fine. So you can see that I took my gas very late. It's just intentional because my gas drones, I did not have the gas drone mastery, so my Vespine harvesters require 100 minerals. I needed all minerals on deck here to build turrets to cap this area. So only now do I have the bandwidth to actually drone the gases. There we go. I think I only got one in fact. Yeah, I got another one here. It's not a priority for me, but it does help out Karax. But yeah, it's pretty much all minerals on deck. If you can afford it, you should prioritize the turrets because they are what we need. They're spaced out, so that we're what we need to burst down the attack waves without triggering enough units here for the heroes to spam their abilities and destroy our base. So you can see the next wave is approaching here, so I have SCVs. I set the SCVs here to build these turrets. Allies researching the stun for his orbital strike, that is fine. So I misrouted some SCVs, that's fine, I can just rebuild them, they just cost 50 minerals. You can see that I have siege tanks now. They're not required, but I like having them, especially near Karax's energizers to shoot down any stragglers that go through. Still getting these turrets.
Combat drop ready for
Yeah, my stuff are in front because Karax's monoliths have long range. So now you can see that my turrets are working on those shuttles. They will go down quite easily. Here, another lucky one. We only had Tychus and Karax. If this is Zeratul, these things will go down, and we're in danger of losing my spinning DZs. So my ally actually uses the Solar Lance to take down the enemy units, so all I have to do is focus down the heroes. So my ally focused on oh, actually I have Zeratul. That's funny. Okay, it's actually fortunate we have these turrets here. So I dropped down the Ares to burst down those heroes, and my ally used his Spear of Adun to burst down the rest. But you see, the important thing here is that I conserved both of my top bars. The 14-minute wave is a tough one, but I had enough turrets in place to repel that. And now I have some minerals to spam this next area with turrets. Again, the important thing is you have both top bars ready to repel the next assault. Karax is now further boosting his next upgrade, the last Spear of Adun upgrade. That's gonna make him very powerful. I also start an attack upgrade for my tanks so that they do more damage.
Your objective is to stop both waves of shuttles from escaping.
Yeah, we're just spamming the turrets here. Just get all the turrets.
base is under attack.
Got some stragglers wandering around here. This bonus is forfeit. This mutation does not lend itself to doing the bonus unless you're Abathur and spawn camping heavily. Okay, that one is a bit scary. You can see the nuke goes down, it's going to destroy this entire base. There we go. Okay, so there's a bit of a scary moment here. We need one missile turret to survive, and then focus down Zeratul to make sure that he doesn't kill everything because we don't have detection. It's nice that I spread out a bit. Okay, here. You see, we were pausing the game and chatting. It's important. If you have an ally, if you're faced with a tough situation, pause the game, consult with your ally, and then discuss what you want to do. So here, our killing order for the heroes is we always want to focus Nova first because she has nuke, and then Kerrigan, and then Zagara, and then Zeratul. That's our order, and after that it's any hero who's low. We're fortunate at this end. Oh, actually I have Kerrigan, so I focus. We're focusing on Kerrigan.
We've gathered the data we need.
And Carrick goes down first actually.
It appears we have held the objective successfully.
Yeah, there are two Kerrigans, so a bit of an unfortunate thing there. Two Kerrigans are quite tough. Because of that, we will need to focus down the hero to stay alive, and we'll let the shuttles go through. It's fine. We can let a total of 4 shuttles go through, and we're still fine. The important thing is that we survive. The important thing is that we survive long enough to have a shot at the last wave. That's the important thing. Another thing, by the way, is that Swann's SCVs repair for free. Swann's repair is absolutely free.
Its current trajectory indicates it is attempting to flee. We will need to move quickly.
So it's fine if your SCVs are repairing Carracks and stuff. It's absolutely fine if your SCVs are repairing anyone's stuff. It's free repair. Who doesn't want that?
Combat drop ready.
You can see I split up this tank here just so we can have a bit more firepower at the front. Because my tanks are right now camping at the back. The reason they're at the back is because the heroes tend to activate their abilities if they see too many units in the same place. So I have them at the back to have them shoot from long distance. At the same time, I have turrets in front
I have detected an
to tank
incoming enemy
and deal
attack.
damage to the enemy.
They are moving swiftly.
Okay, so this is very hectic. I remember pausing the game again here. Okay, here I'm gonna use all my top bars, the Ares to burst down this attack wave, and then a laser drill, or a concentrated beam, and the ally uses solar lance to take as much as possible. So we're actually fortunate here, just 3 Zagaras, no Novas.
That should greatly increase the output of
Repairing a research vessel.
Alright, here you can see I paused the game. I told him focus on the shuttles. We will lose if 2 of them get away.
This one counts.
So you can see he redirected this Mollusk immediately to burst down these shuttles. Because I didn't have anti-air at this point.
Shuttles are no
I was
more.
focusing anti-ground because the heroes
our objective
are
has
quite
been felled.
hectic to do.
Our allies attack.
We're focusing down Zagara. Yeah, what you want to do as heroes is not splash them all around. You want to focus them down one by one. Oh, you have Zeratul here. I actually saw Zeratul. I'm not sure if I saw it in time. But I will get turrets here. Just to get vision of him. Oh, I actually already had turrets here. When Zeratul floated in range, he immediately got destroyed by my ally's monolith.
Another warp conduit has been
So you can see the next
activated.
wave is arriving.
A wave of shuttles is headed toward it.
So yeah, accordingly, I spanned this place with turrets.
Get out of here. We gotta move fast.
Our allies are being attacked.
Yeah, you can see I redirected my SCVs from my expansion, but it's fine. You can see I have them rallied back.
SCVs
I have them shift clicked back to the expansion. So what I did is selected these SCVs, then shift, build turret, then shift right click, shift right click, shift right click, shift right click to queue these, and then once you have all your buildings, go back to the minimap and click on your expansion, shift right click back to the minerals, so that it will resume mining as soon as they complete building.
Pulse cannon ready.
Pulse cannon is ready for the wave. That's going to help us thin them out.
Our SCVs are under
Enemies approaching
Yeah, a bit of a
Man, they look
bit of a
bad.
misrally there. Carax is fine. We already have enough turrets to burst them down.
Transport has been destroyed.
Okay. So there's a wave here. I use Pulse Cannon to take most of them out. So, oh, we have a Nova. Oh, this is gonna take out some of my allies' base. We focus her down, but she unfortunately got her head off. But 1 nuke is better than 2. If we were the only receiving it, at least. Oh, here's another. We have a Zeratul here. Killing our stuff. I think we actually see it yet. Yeah. Oh, there's another Zeratul here. We focus him down. And then you can see the turret spam I have will burst down these shuttles. And I am starting a spinning dizzy here. Take advantage of this other Zeratul that's destroying my base. So all I need to do is get this one enough in time. There we go. That's gonna burst down. Karax or
The
Zeratul
objective has been halted.
and the Karax one here will be shut down by my towers. So that's it. We've survived up to the last wave. At this point, we only need to shoot down the shuttles and then we win the game. Okay, that's a bit terrifying. Nova is always terrified to go up against. I should actually have had a floating turret here, a floating factory. But it was a bit hectic, so I completely forgot about the factory. I guess I also forgot about droning, but it's fine. My ally does float a few gas, or 1,000 gas. So it's not that much of an issue. And I do have a bunch of tanks here. So what we'll do is, yeah, you can see I'm just spamming turrets. I'm just spamming the spinning dizzies. I also panic and hastily spam turrets there.
Got a wave of enemies gunning for us.
Yeah, you can see me spamming. You see me spamming. Okay, I use the concentrated beam there to thin out the wave. That's gonna take out the disruptors. That's a huge bonus for us, since we don't have to fight a ton of anti-ground anymore. Oh, that's gonna destroy most of my turrets. But the important thing is my allies' monoliths survive, so he'll be able to shoot down. So the only way to do now is focus down the shuttles. You can see I'm focusing down shuttles. They're going down. And this other one goes down as well. So here my allies focusing down the shuttles. Me as well. We're focusing on the shuttles. Alright. And then the last one will be gunned down by the purifier beam. And that is game. Mutation done. Without Abathur. Using Swann and Karax. I was about to say no units. You can see a little banter there. One try. Okay, this casual, yeah. But yeah, we had a bit of a learning curve here, so yeah, it's natural to fail a few times as long as you figure out what went wrong each time and take steps to adjust. As long as you get down the timings, you will be able to plan for the next one. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for what else to do, please leave that in a comment. And I believe you already saw the score screen, but again, let's show it. There we go. Double my allies' kills and a bit more shuttle damage. And you can see that I didn't even have to mess around with much of an army. I just had tanks sieged behind my allies' monoliths, but other than that, I was just spamming towers. And my ally was just spamming monoliths and shield batteries, not even cannons. Monoliths, shield batteries, and energizers. And that's the key. If you want to learn how to do this, I did try to explain the timing as much as possible. So I believe you can replicate this given the exact conditions. You just need to hope that you don't get too many Novas. And again, the killing order for heroes is Nova first, then Zagara, and then Zeratul, and then Nova first, then Kerrigan, then Zagara, then Zeratul, then all the others. Alright, see you.